Magandang araw sa inyo lahat mga ka-KJ. This is Ken and welcome to Learning and Exploring with Ken and Jen. So, ang topic natin para sa to is Financial Accounting and Reporting Introduction. So, ito po ay isang, overview or parang introduction lang naman. Kaya nga, introduction. para sa subject na for kung anong mga i-discuss dito at kung ano ang mga topics or mga standards ng accounting. So, let's start. Lakas ng aircon. So, okay. For introduction, presented by Kenneth Kanyana, yours truly. Overview of accounting, fundamentals, definition, principles, and standards. So, unang-una sa lahat, ano nga ba ang accounting? So, meron tayong tatlong definition ng accounting, pero may isang definition, meron tayong iba't ibang definition ng accounting, pero may isang definition na tested over time o parang tumagal siya ng napakaraming years na hanggang ngayon ay ginagamit pa. So, parang siya yung pinakatumpak sa tatlo or sa tatlong pinaka-binagbabase ng meaning na accounting. So, ito po yun. The process of identifying, measuring, and communicating economic information to permit informed judgments and decisions by uses of the information. It is stated by American Associates of Accountants or AAA. So, meron tayong tatlong importanteng actividades o important activities sa ating accounting. Una-una sa lahat, identifying. Pangalawa, measuring. Pangatlo ay communicating. Sa identifying, dito po na yung proseso ng pag-identify ng mga source documents, so pagtingin ng mga source documents at kung ito ba ay accountable or non-accountable. So, yung accountable events, yun yung mga itinalagay natin sa ating mga journal entries o yung mga memorandum. Yung non-accountable naman, hindi siya nilalagay sa journal entries pero baka ilagay din sa memorandum pero non-accountable siya. So, baka walang value. Parang gano'n. So, identifying, analyzing events and transactions for recognition. So, recognition, inclusion in financial statements. Accountable events naman affect assets, liabilities, equity, income or statements income or expenses o yung mga elements ng financial statements. So, ito yung mga pagbabasehan natin ng pag-determine o pag-identify ng ating mga financial statements, ng mga journal entries. So, identifying daw, it involves the process of analyzing events and transactions to determine whether or not they will be recognized. Recognition refers to the process of including the effects of an accountable events in the statement of financial position or the statement of comprehensive income through a journal entry. So, sa identifying daw, involves process or analyzing events. Analyzing, ibig sabihin, hindi siya basta-basta lang ina-analyze siya kung siya ba ay importante or kaka-apekto sa ating mga journal entries sa ating kumpanya o sa ating mga elements of financial statements. So, and transactions to determine whether or not they will be recognized. Yun nga, kung ma-recognize sila o hindi, or talagay sa ating mga financial statements or specifically sa the journal entries. So, recognition refers to the process of including the effects of an accountable event in the statement of financial position or the statement of comprehensive income through a journal entry. So, ibig sabihin po nito, yung mga accountable events po, i-recognize siya or i-record siya sa ating journal entries at ito po ay magiging basehan ng kanyang mga pag-total o pag-footing o pag-post ng mga ito sa journal, sa ledger at maging isang kaparte o parte ng isang financial position or ng comprehensive income. Hindi lang isa pala or hindi yung financial position or comprehensive income ng date na yon or yung period na yon. So, only accounting-able events are recognized affecting the assets, liabilities, ayun nga sa kanina, equity, income, or expenses of an entity. Economic activities are emphasized and recognized in accounting, while social, logical, and psychological matters are not acknowledged. So, non-accountable events naman are not recognized but disclosed only in the notes if they are accounting relevance. So, disclosed in the notes does not involve the recognition process. So, an unaccountable event with accounting relevance may be recorded to a memorandum entry. So, yung sabi ko kanina. So, itong mga ito, i-discuss natin maya-maya. So, punta muna tayo sa measuring. Measuring. Assigning numbers, typically monetary, to economic transactions or events. Measurement basis, historical cost, fair value, present value, realizable value, and current cost. Ito yung lima ba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Limang pinaka-main na binagbabasihan ng pag-account ng cost ng ating mga accounts sa financial statements or sa journal entry. So, communicating naman, transform economic data into useful information. The accounting and communication process, recording, classifying, and summarizing. Sige, continue muna tayo dito. So, dito naman tayo sa identifying. Meron tayong types of events or transactions. External events involving an entity or an external entity or external party. So, ito yung mga third party, no? So, yun. So, involving an entity and external party. Types. Exchange or reciprocal and other external events. So, exchange po, meron tayo dito, involves a reciprocal giving and receiving of economic resources or discharging economic obligations between an entity and an external party. So, ibig sabihin may isang party or yung kumpanya mismo at meron pang isang party, yung external party. So, yung dalawang yun magtatransact kung ano yung ibibigay nila sa isa't isa. O yung isa naman hindi magbibigay, yung isa magbibigay. So, yun yung may party doon. So, examples nito ay ang sale, purchase, payment of liabilities, receipt of notes receivable, in exchange for accounts not receivable. So, etc. At yung pangalawa naman, non-reciprocal transfer. A one-way transaction where one party gives without receiving anything in return. Ito po yung tinutukoy ko kanina na walang hinahantay na kapalit. Yung transfer lang mismo, yung pagbibigay lang. So, examples po ito ay donations, gifts, payment of taxes, theft, provision of capital by owner. So, meron tayong donations. Yung madidiscuss natin po yan sa taxation. Gifts naman, pwede din sa taxation yan. Payment of taxes, so taxation yun. Theft, dito yan sa financial accounting or sa basic accounting. Provision of capital by owners or yung pag-provide ng mga capital ng mga owners ng isang entity. Sige. External event other than transfer involves wala dito. Nasa notes lang pala. Okay. So, i-discuss ko na lang. External event other than transfer involves changes in economic resources or obligation caused by an external party but without transfers. So, ito yung mga pag-change lang ng value ata to. Ito yung changes in fair values, obsolescence, wow, technological changes, vandalism, and etc. So, internal events naman, not involving external parties, types are production and casualty. So, ito yung the process by which resources are transformed into finished goods. So, ito yung internal natin. Oo, para production nyo. Production is yung pag-process ng mga resources into a finished good. So, parang manufacturing. So, it involves the what do you call that? Yung paggawa ng mga tsinelas, yung mga example po nun, paggawa ng mga tables, furnitures, at iba pa. So, examples nito, conversion of raw materials into finished products. So, yun nga, yung finished products natin. Production of farm products, yung mga what do you call farm products? Yung farm products, yung example po nito is mga feeds po ata. Kasi gagawa tayo ng mga feeds para sa ating mga alaga. So, casualty, unanticipated loss from disasters or simple events or similar events rather. So, ito yung mga acts of God daw na sinasabi or fortuitous events na hindi natin mapipigilan. Kunwari ito or ang example nito ay loss from fire, flood, and etc. Or parang yung mga bagyo, no? Si Yolanda example, at iba pa. So, yun. Pangalawa, measuring. Valuation of fact versus involves assigning numbers, usually in monetary terms, to economic transactions and events. Various measurement bases are used in accounting, including historical cost, fair value, present value, realizable value, and current cost. Often combined in financial statement preparation. So, ito yung mga value ng ating mga assets, liabilities, and equity, kung saan binibigyan tayo ng mga value or mga halaga ng mga products or ng mga services o yung mga debts o yung mga capital natin para ito yung magkaroon ng halaga or ma-account natin as a monetary aspect in accounting. So, yun. Valuation fact versus opinion. Estimation's role in providing financial information. Valued by opinion or versus valued by fact. Examples. Estimation plays a pivotal role in providing relevant financial information. When estimates affect measurement, items are considered valued by opinion. So, estimates, parang hindi siya yung exact value, kaya tinatawag siyang estimate. So, parang measured lang siya. Example po nito is yung mga depreciation or yung doubtful accounts. Yung mga ginagawa natin sa mga accounts receivable natin sa mga PDE, kung saan kinakompute natin kung ilan yung value na matitira or mawawala sa kanila habang ito ay nasa atin pa or habang dumadaan ang panahon. So, yun. Examples include estimates of uncollectible receivables, yun nga, yung doubtful accounts, depreciation, amortization, ito naman yung sa intangible assets, liabilities, yung sa ating mga obligations, and retained earnings, yung ating mga income na natira sa ating pag-compute or habang tayo ay nagko-compute ng ating mga financial statements or after the reversing entries yun or the closing entries. So, remains. Conversely, when measurement remains unaffected by estimates, items are considered valued by fact. Unaffected, ibig sabihin, ito yung talagang value niya na hindi nababago or hindi na tatinag ng mga estimates. So, items are considered valued by fact such as ordinary share capital. Yun. Example po yung ordinary share capital kasi sila yung mga values na may par value, no? Tapos, nagbabago lang naman yung market value niya or your fair value na, hindi naman yung par value niya. So, parang, ano siya, dito siya natitinag ng, anumang estimation. Land acquisition cost, yung mga transaction cost natin, yung nasabay sa mga pag-compute ng mga PPE, para tayo ay magkaroon ng value sa ating sa ating land. And cash at face value. Pangatlo, communication in accounting. Communication involves transforming economic data into useful accounting information for dissemination to users. This includes financial statements and other reports, along with interpreting their significance. Communication is, parang ito yung pag-ano natin. So, ito muna. Computing financial ratios for decision making. Regulatory bodies may mandate disclosure of special ratios in financial statements. So, involves transforming economic data into useful accounting information for dissemination to users. So, parang ito yung isang process of transforming o yung kunwari yung financial statement natin, in-interpret ng mga users, tapos yung mga users naman magigagawa ng mga financial decisions or economic decisions based on that interpretations. So, yun yung pagka-communicate ng ating mga financial statements sa ating mga intended users. So, this includes financial statements and other reports, along with interpreting their significance. So, so the accounting for communication process, meron tayong ilan to? Apat. Meron tayong apat. So, i-discuss ko lang po muna. Wala sa ating slides. So, the accounting communication process. Recording, systematically documenting identified events through journal entries. So, documenting, ibig sabihin, nilalagay o nire-register natin sa ating mga records gamit ang journal entry or journal book para ito ay ma-i-record o ma-i-recognize ng ating mga intended users or ng ating mga internal users or gamit ay through journal entries. So, yung mga ang gagawa nito ay yung bookkeeper or kung hindi, yung accountant. Okay? So, classifying, grouping similar items into respective categories via ledger postings. So, ito yung mga paggawa ng mga ledger ng every account. So, pag-group ng mga accounts natin sa ating ledger, kagaya ng cash. Yung cash kasi yung usually siya ang pinakamarami sa lahat ng mga transactions natin. Siya yung pinakamarami. Parang, kunwari, composes of mga 1/8, 1/4 ng ating mga classifications. So, yung iba, yun na. Hati-hati na sila. Accounts receivable, PPE, parang gano'n. So, yun. Summarizing naman, expressing recorded and classified transactions in condensed form, including the preparation of financial statements and other accounting reports. Ito yung paggawa ng mga after mag-ledger o yung mag-group ng mga transactions sa ating ng mga accounts sa ating ledger book at mag-classify ng mga current assets. Ito na yung paggawa natin ng dito na pala yung paggawa natin ng mga current assets, non-current assets, current liability, non-current liability, at equity, income, and expenses. Yung sa financial statements. So, meron tayong 5, yung 5 mga kinds of financial statements. Una sa lahat, income statement. Pangalawa, statement of changes in equity. Pangatlo, statement of financial position. Pang-apat, statement of cash flows. At pang-5, notes to financial statements. So, okay. Interpreting information. Interpretation involves computing financial statements ratios Regulatory bodies like the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP may mandate disclosure of certain financial ratios in financial statement notes. So yung pag-mandate o pag-enact pata yun or pag-implement ng acts ng law sa ating sa ating financial statements by due or by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So, parang interpretation yung nag-interpret na, hindi na, parang naka-communicate na siya sa ating mga users natin, sa ating mga users. So, yung excuse me, yung yun yung mga analyzation na nila or kaya nga sabi nga sa conceptual framework na yung understandability dapat ng mga financial statements ay mataas or hindi masyadong ano lang sa ang mga accountants or bookkeepers. Yung mga accountants or bookkeepers lang yung nakakaintindi. Dapat for the whole intended users. So, yun. So, basic purpose of accounting. Doon na tayo sa sunod. Basic purpose of accounting. Furnishing information for sound economic decision making. Utilizes various information sources beyond financial statements. So, the fundamental objective of accounting is to furnish information that facilitates with sound economic decision making. When making these decisions, multiple information sources are utilized, with financial statements being just one among many. Other sources encompass current events, industry, publications, internet resources, professional advice, and expert systems. So, basically, ito, ang accounting kasi yung medium of exchange, medium of communication para sa mga intended users at sa business upang magkaroon sila ng mga desisyon na relevant at useful at hindi magkamali or kung hindi man magkamali, napaka-high ng chances na hindi magkamali sa kanilang desisyon. So, kasi kung minsan kasi nagkakamali din minsan, hindi naman talaga perfect yung decision ng ating mga intended users o yung mga intended users kasi syempre may mga din sila, hindi naman sila yung perfect ba kumbaga. So yun. So economic entities employ accounting methodologies utilizes various information sources beyond financial statements. So economic entities employ accounting methodologies to record economic activities, process data, and disseminate information aimed at facilitating economic decision making. So, ito yun, ginagamit sila ng mga data or mga iba't ibang mga financial ratios or yung mga computations, kagaya ng yung sa employee benefit ba yun? O yung shares, pag-compute ng shares, parang gano'n. So, an economic entity is an identifiable amalgamation of individuals and assets utilizing or controlling economic resources to attain specific objectives. These entities could either be not-for-profit entities, which address socially beneficial needs without a profit motive, or business entities primarily functioning for profit. So, yung dalawang klase ng business na based on profit. So, economic activities encompass actions influencing economic resources. Mga economic activities, yung ito na yun. Una sa lahat is assets, economic resources. Pangalawa, obligations, liabilities, thereby impacting the entity's equity. Equity naman is yung residual value ng ating company or ng ating financial statements after deducting liabilities from its assets. So, these activities span production, transforming resources into goods and services, with greater utility than the inputs required: exchange, consumption, income distribution, savings, and investment. So, yun. Ito na yun. So, types of information provided by accounting. So, meron tayong tatlo. Yun. Quantitative, qualitative, and financial information. At meron tayong classification based on users' needs. General versus special purpose. So, unang-una sa lahat, quantitative information. Numerical, quantity, or unit-based data. Ito yung mga data na numerical in value, hindi lang sa hindi naman lahat ng numerical value ay quantitative. Meron din naman qualitative na numerical value. Pero ito yung quantitative kasi yung mga natototal or yung mga na-compute ang ating mga financial users o yung mga intelligent users o yung mga accountants natin or bookkeepers. So, yun. Qualitative information, descriptive or narrative information found both in financial statement, notes, and within the statements themselves. So, yung mga qualitative information is yung yung mga informations natin na hindi numerical but sometimes numerical but not computable. So, yun. Example natin ito ay yung mga asset, liabilities, equity, income, and expenses. Yung mga yung mga notes natin dyan. Okay? So, financial information, monetary data, a subset of quantitative information as monetary amounts as are typically numerical. So, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na hindi lahat ng mga quantitative ay nako-compute. Minsan kasi mga data lang naman sila, yung bilang lang naman kung pang ilan, parang gano'n. So, yun. Sources of a classification of accounting information based on users' needs. General purpose accounting information designed to meet the common needs of most users, governed by generally accepted accounting principles, represented by standards like the Philippine Financial Reporting Standards under financial in accounting. So, parang ito yung general purpose, yung hindi lang para sa management or hindi lang para sa mga mga intended users na for specific only, rather ito po ay isang financial statement para sa kabuuan ng ating mga intended users, kagaya ng internal users and external users. Yung dalawang po yun. So, special purpose accounting information tailored to specific users' needs, offered by accounting types beyond financial accounting. So, managerial accounting, tax basis accounting. Ito yung mga examples nila. So, ito po yung mga accounting information na specific only or may para sa kanila lang talaga yung mga information na binibigay natin. Kasi useful ito para sa kanila at hindi ito dapat na mailabas sa iba pang mga users kasi it is confidential. Yes. So, yun. Sources of information in financial statements. So, meron tayong external sources contributing to financial statement data, fair value measurements, resolutions, and commitments. So, information within the financial statements doesn't solely arise from an entity's accounting records, but also derives from external sources. For instance, financial fair value measurements, resolutions of uncertainties, future lease payments, and contractual commitments represent external sources providing data for financial statements. So, hanggang dito mo po na tayo sa ating at sa ating discussion sa sources of information in financial statements kasi mahaba po siya. Nakita ko siya, no? Mahaba siya. So, hatiin po natin sa mga ilang parts. Sige. Sources of information. So, ito yung mga mga sources natin kung saan nanggagaling yung mga information natin na nilalagay sa financial statements. Kagaya nito yung mga source documents. Yun, future value, mga ganon. Tapos mga contractual commitments, yung mga commitments natin na based on contract, o yung mga parang purchase commitments ba yun? Example ba yun? Yes. Tapos, which represents external sources providing data for financial statements. So, yun. Hanggang dito na lang po muna ang ating discussion. I-continue ko po ito for next discussion sa ating video lectures sa ating channel sa YouTube. So, that's it. So, sana po may natutuya po kayo kahit konti sa ating lectures sa ngayon. If you are enjoying or nagkaroon tayo ng learning, sana po ay makahingan po ako ng favor to please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. At share na rin po natin para sa ating mga kakilala o sa ating mga friends sa Facebook or sa kahit ano pang social media platforms para marami po tayo matulungan at marami po makaalam ng mga lectures natin. So that's it. Ito po si Ken. This is Learning and Exploring with Ken and Jen. Earn with us, even in pajamas. Bye and have a good day.